Jared brought up in the chat, which I think we might have mentioned before, but I think I know your thoughts on it. Turnkey real estate providers.
Not for me, because I think you can get that same thing just by searching on the MLS.
By doing a little bit extra work.
Exactly. So, like with a turnkey provider, they're going to most likely find a property, they're going to fix it up, and then they're going to turn around and they're going to flip it to an investor that's out of state and also have property management and all that set in place. What you don't know is you don't know how that property manager is set up. You don't know how the turnkey, business is. Nice shirt, by the way.
Oh, definitely.
You don't know how they're set up, if they're reliable. And if you do know that, then I guess that's like a step up. But for me, like I feel like you can almost find a better deal just looking on the MLS that maybe needs flooring and some
Right.
paint. And you would be amazed what some flooring and paint could do to a property and maybe some trim work. I mean, that could add $30,000 in some markets. And it costs you maybe $5,000.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
would
you're
spend
gonna lose.
I
You're
would
gonna lose
spend five
money.
grand all day to earn an extra 25,000.
Yeah, I mean, you can get. I feel like you're gonna pay some. You're gonna pay some money out of pocket to have somebody else do the work for you. But the other thing is, I've never really read about any with great reputations, and I feel like
Same.
a lot of them are doing like soft flips and crappy flips just to like they're kind of putting lipstick on a pig and then making it your problem.
Yeah.
I've just heard that a lot, and when we were really big in the bigger pockets community and stuff, they've had people on their show that do this, but then you go back and you research it, and I'm like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I've looked at roof stock and I've watched videos, I've done a little bit of research. Fact of the matter is, I just never found the numbers that really worked.
So for me, as like, I
But
mean,
that's not even really turnkey. I think roof stock is. I don't think we consider them like really turnkey. They get rid of a lot of the work for you.
yeah.
But I know I've proposed it to you like, hey, why don't we just try this out? And I know that you were pretty strongly against it.
I just like seeing the property. I mean, like I like because like you don't know, or unless you have like a good team set up in place, whatever it may be. But I like seeing the things that I know are going to cost me a lot of money. I
Hmm.
know that I want to see the foundation. I want to see how the house sets, from the street. Is it leaning on one side? Is there soft spots all throughout the floor? Which again, soft spots can be fixed pretty easy. You just gotta replace subfloor. But I want to check for wood rotting throughout the house. I want to check for termite damage. I want to check to see what the plumbing looks like. I want to see to check if the property is on a fuse box or if it's in a box. I want to see what the if it's a knob and what do they call it? I forget the top of my head. But like I want to see what type of wiring is throughout the house because those are the big expenses.
Hmm.
I want to see if there's leaks up in the ceiling and like what I'm looking at and what I'm going to deal with. It's just something about that is like being able to walk through and see that property or have someone do that for you that you can trust and be on like FaceTime with them as they're walking through that. There's just something about that is like you get to know that property a lot more. And I can instantly tell on some properties like, nope, that's for the price
Yeah.
I would have to pay for that property. It's not worth it for the amount of money I know I'm going to have to put into this deal.
I feel like if I was 25 or 30 years old in like a similar financial situation that I am right now, I would probably try roof stock. I'm not gonna lie. I would probably, I would probably take a shot. Young in my life, pretty good understanding of money. I think I could find a somewhat smaller risk property on there just to give a go at. But like I mentioned before, at 40 years old, I'm just not willing. If I'm gonna jump into it and take risk, I want to hold someone's hand. That's where you
Mm-hmm.
come in. Like I don't want to, and I'm not doing this alone. My wife is involved in every single penny that I spend, but she also knows like the money thing is kind of my deal. But I, I just, it's hard for me to think that I could tackle it myself. I know that I can't make phone calls. I know I have social anxiety. Like there's too many moving parts in real estate that I need you. I need you.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's, yeah, it takes some work. A lot of upfront work as well. But yeah, it's one of those things. It just I gotta find a deal, dude. Gotta find a deal.
You're not gonna sleep tonight. We talked about real estate so
I know,
much.
right?